behind the scenes.
All right. Gotcha.
It's time! That's right, it is Sunday evening, kopimiradio.net with me, DJ Joker, and Mazango Batman. On the decks, play music, talking nonsense for 2 hours. Sometimes non-stop, and sometimes over the top of music.
Non-stop for 2 hours, yes, yeah. Absolutely. I agree with that.
So,
I mean, the musicians have a problem, seemingly, that we play their music in the first place. So if we interject the music anecdotes while they're singing, maybe they would enjoy it better.
Yep. First of all, I'd like to get 2 fuck yous out of the way. The first one's going out to Boney M. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Boney M.
And also Crystal Waters.
Crystal Waters.
Yeah. Because apparently both of those people hate us so much, they literally have banned us in several countries from playing their music, which is lovely. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, that's what you want from your musical idols. Yes, absolutely.
I told someone the other day, they said, what sort of music do you play on your show then? And what sort of things? Well, we're mostly underground because we can't do it legitimately because nobody will pay us. Although, get this, you'll love this. Just on the train of thought, we were just talking about off air, and I was sharing. I was in an office somewhere, boring day job. Okay, I'm in an office somewhere. I've got my laptop open. I'm doing some work. I've got our show playing in the background because hey, what else do you listen to during the week other than us?
Absolutely, always got to listen to Kopimi Radio.
So, a colleague happens to walk in at the very moment where the voiceover goes something along the lines of, and Maz has even set a calendar date to remind him to download The Boys. And so my colleague says, is that any good? And well, the Boys, is it any good? And I went, actually, yeah, I think it is really good. It is really, really worth it.
All he would have had to do is not ask you and listen to the next 3 minutes of the show.
Here's the thing, and this is exactly what happened. So I said, it's a bit like Tarantino meets Marvel. And he looked up and he said, okay, that sounds really interesting. At that point, I shit you not, on our show, I must have used the same phrase because I then went...
The same thing.
It was like there was an echo in the room. I said, do you know what? I'm just going to stop talking. Listen to this next few seconds. It'll answer all of your questions. Anyway, fast forward a couple of days, right? He rings me up, right? And I'm expecting some boring work conversation and it's going to be all kind of, what have you done with the 32 accounts and why isn't this working how it's supposed to? And he went, no, I'm ringing you personally, just to let you know I've watched the first episode of The Boys and man, it's brilliant. I can't wait to watch the next episode. So there you go.
Now you gotta hit him up and come on, man, let's get us a job now. We're looking for some legitimate work.
Yeah, damn right. So, yeah, that's the power of what we do.
Absolutely.
So, anyway, it's an Amazon show, so I'll look forward to my check from Amazon for promoting their goods and services.
This is the thing we got to plug. Absolutely. Thank you, Amazon. And you know what, Bonnie M? Okay, don't worry.
Yeah, although obviously
if you lose.
They're not on my Christmas card list, and I'm not on their Christmas card list, and let's just leave it at that, shall we?
True that.
If you do want to get in touch, as always, do so through all of the usual places like Facebook and Twitter and say hey.
Yep.
But if you really want to get involved, you want to get across to the Discord chat, which is just here now.
Absolutely.
I have
Absolutely, and it's all the links.
all of them in one.
Oh, we have an early entrance of Romildo Mendez. He just like blew us out of the water. So I guess Romildo Mendez is watching us on Twitter.
I love how he just turns up, just literally go, hey, I'm
Yeah.
here, check me out.
Well, you know, those anonymous from Brazil, man. You know, poof, I'm here.
It's incredible how they do that, isn't it? The amount of anonymity
Anonymous.
across the planet. Actually, even just behind me, you'll see. Look, Guy Fawkes is behind me. There he is, up in the corner.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I wait for the revolution. Yeah.
You're not the only one, brother. You're not the only one. We're all waiting for the revolution. You know what? Actually, we're partaking in bringing the revolution to be.
Or even the Great Reset. You know, I'd love to get my mortgage paid off. I mean, that sounds pretty good to me.
The Great Reset. Yeah, like the missing 400, or what was that we both also watched that we didn't know, and then we started talking about it. All the people disappear. Half the people who disappear on planet Earth or something like that.
I saw. Funny enough, I was flicking around.
Mormon belief.
I was flicking around the old video channels earlier, and I came across that, and I was like, "Oh, maybe I might rewatch that." And now you've spoken about it, I can't remember for the life of me what it's called. But 1/20th of the population remains, and everyone else disappears, just like that.
Yeah. That was a pretty weird kind of series, to be honest.
It was, and by the time it got to the second season, or 2 seasons or 3 seasons, I can't remember. But
I don't remember.
At that point, it went off on a tangent. It was like,
yes, it did. But it was an interesting telling of the story, to be honest.
What do you reckon? Unforgotten? The Unforgotten? What do you reckon?
I think it was more something with the number in the name, the lost 4,000 or 440. I don't remember. I really don't remember. You know how good I am with names and stuff like.
Are you ready? And I haven't looked, honestly. This just comes to me. It was called The Leftovers.
There you go. All right.
It was an American drama TV series with people in it. 3 seasons. 3 seasons, if you're interested, everyone. There you go. So, that's. I'll tell you what. If you've not caught that, it is well worth it. Season 1's kind of out there. Season 2's even better, and then Season 3's complete arc about what the hell is going on here. And then they wrap it up quite nicely. It's probably one of the best little sci-fi things where it's actually wrapped up, not just a kind of let's just leave it on a cliffhanger for. In 200 years, somebody might make another episode. You know, we know they won't because that's how TV works.
It was. You know what? The production value was there. The story, I don't know. Mormon Church, I know even less. But again, it was well done as a storytelling experience. Let's put it like that.
True that.
The Rapture.
It was heavily based on the Rapture, which I would play you a song by Boney M about that, but apparently we'll probably get banned ourselves.
Really, Boney M had a lead in, and look what they did. Look what you did, Boney M. Shame on you.
And I like Boney M. And I like the fact that they have their Christmas track where they tell us that Christ was born on Christmas Day. You know, I love that.
Christmas,
I've always loved that small part about on what day now. I think that's really clever. But
theological lessons.
Dude, you can't beat it.
So you know what? This is really funny. Romildo Mendez is actually throwing down live and listening because I see him liking a lot of tweets. There you go. Romildo Mendez, my brother.
Yeah, damn right. And you have got the best name on the planet. Well, probably almost. There is Mr. Wonderful, of course, in our chat box over at Discord
Yes,
as well.
Mr. Wonderful is definitely a wonderful name.
Yeah, that is. It just reminds me of Golden Boy Ric Flair, you know, woo! It's Mr. Wonderful. Here he is. Back on wrestling already. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. 9 minutes past.
Early, yes.
9 minutes past 7. Thank you. You're welcome.
And we're already in WWE FG land. You know how many WWs they're always inventing new ones.
Exactly. Right,
The
what are we...
WW alphabet, yeah.
It's got a W, and an E. Yeah, that's all you need to know. Okay.
Right. Be careful. Absolutely.
Okay, so we're going to be playing some funky tech disco house, because I can. And
Absolutely.
And it gets interesting towards the end of the evening, because there'll be more techno disco house, I suppose.
Very appropriate for this evening. And the memes have started.
The memes have started. So head over to Discord chat and check us out across there on the links. And
links below.
We'll see you guys very, very soon. You know, Agent X, I totally agree with you, right? So new bomb shelters for people who think masks work. I've got to tell you about a bit of road rage today, Maz. Okay, so I'm driving down the road. There's a guy in front of me in his car, and he's swerving. He doesn't know which side of the road he's supposed to be on. Probably American, and basically,
I was gonna say probably Chinese. You know me.
So I'm there, and my significant other says to me, "Oh, do you think he's all right? Do you think he's drunk or something?" And I said, "No, he's probably old, because from back here, he's in a car by himself wearing a fucking mask. What is wrong with people? Honestly, I get you want your personal protection. Do that by all means. But have you ever seen a surgeon get into his car and go, better put the scrubs on before I touch the steering wheel and drive down the road? I mean, honestly."
Wow.
does that say on Agent X? Is that wax? Wax what? Wax works?
Vax.
Blimey, these new glasses are rubbish.
Really? I've been doing a lot of reading, and one eye is kind of like giving me problems. I mean, I should be wearing glasses, but I don't know where they are. Since I packed, I haven't used them very much. Well, I have like a stigmatism in one eye, kind of. It's like a little bit off focus as it is.
I had the same problem the other day. I was looking at some paperwork and I'd printed it rather small, and I was looking at this bit of paper like this, and then back to the screen, put my glasses on, bit of typing, back onto there. I should have just printed it bigger.
And I've been having to go through all these legal documents and look up laws and like the amount of reading I've done in the last, let's say, 2-3 months is absolutely incredible. I think a lawyer does that much in about the first year, to be honest.
Well, then they get some intern to do it for them. You know, what happened in Roberts versus Michaels?
I'm learning about trying to be, the intern, and I forget what they call that legal profession that you're not a lawyer, but paralegal, something like that. I was looking into that. But again,
I always thought that was a parrot who was a lawyer. A parrot legal.
No, that would be a parrot legal.
Hello.
Parrot legal.
So
guilty.
Hang on, I'll just see if I can just pan down a second and see if you can see. Look, there's a little person.
The doggy. Hi, puppy.
Hi, puppy. Little doggy come in to say hello.
Yeah, nice.
Oh.
I've seen him every once in a while when you had the camera set up a little bit different. You would walk by the door kind of like looking, oh, is somebody busy? Yeah, shit, nope.
Yeah. Okay. So
I don't want to be on radio.
Dear. Right, so I'm going to have to go off air for a second because I'm going to have to move him from where he is. I will be back shortly.
Make it that. Make it that.
Anyway, we're having a lot of fun off air at the moment, guys. Sorry about that. We'll try and include you on the next round of really offensive jokes that we managed to make up all by ourselves.
Absolutely. We're like the biggest children ever. We are so amused.
The track was called Bang by Joshua. Patrick Topping, who sounds, I love the Patrick Topping, right, is actually really underground, and he's all very much like, yeah, look at me, I'm really underground, but I like to believe that Patrick Topping sounds
the
like
name Topping.
Oh, hello, I'm Patrick Topping. That's how I imagine. I know that's not the case, but big respect out to him, because we're now playing his track, which is called B Sharp Say Nout, which makes him sound even northern. It's like a bit of a Yorkshire thing. B Sharp Say Nout. All right? Okay. Is how that would go.
The title gives out his information, his geographical information.
It's
That's
true.
A good one.
We can tell a lot about a person by their name and the name of their track.
And their title, yes.
Do you know, I keep looking to the sides because every now and again I think a doggy is trying to find his way back in again.
Well, let the dog in, and maybe we'll have a interesting conversation with the pup. Maybe he could give us some knowledge. Well, you know what? If you smell a good female in the area, you got to come up slow if you want to get a good sniff. You know what I mean?
It's the weirdest thing. I may have mentioned that this dog is an old doggy. He's an old man.
Yeah.
And he's panting next to I've got literally like a stage curtain on the left, and and basically I can see the curtain moving. And if I didn't have a dog, I'd be really scared right now.
You'd freak out.
But I've worked it out. It's the doggy.
You hear him panting behind there. You're hoping you're going to get lucky. It's the dog.
Well, that would have been my dog as well, because my dog used to be called Lucky. That's come up in conversation
Lucky,
before.
yes, and I just stepped in that one right now. Not as funny as Jesus, but hey.
This one's named after my second favourite pastime, Charlie. It's a hell of a drug. No, not really. I just made that up. Obviously, heroin is
this
my...
This one's called Lucky, too.
Yeah.
Hey, you love going looking to get lucky.
Yeah, damn Skippy. So there you go. So B Sharp Say Nout, Patrick Topping in the mix right now. We're talking over it. There's a nice lady singing right now.
We hope YouTube enjoys our documentation of their music.
Absolutely.
More than Boney M did. I mean, wow, Thinking you're helping all these struggling artists get known, and people listen to the show like, wow, I like that music. Who were that? And sorry, man.
The thing is, if I transcribed their lyrics, and basically said, right, I'm going to just read out their lyrics on air, I wouldn't get banned. If I played their music with no lyrics being sung over the top, I wouldn't get banned. But for some godknown reason, you put the two together, you're banned.
No, thank you. Yeah, exactly. Not only that, I mean, even on to be honest, you like to mix a lot on the Boney M. To be honest, and you're always like throwing something in over, under, in the back end of, in the middle. So it's like, this is like the ridiculous argument of like, how many illegal charges are you guys gonna make up? Because I'm clearly within what the law states.
I've got a theory.
Wait, shit! I forgot to put the seatbelt on.
Yeah.
Okay, I buckled in.
I've got a theory. Okay, so get this right. I think that it's nothing to do with Boney M. I think it's because it mentions Russia in a positive light, and I think that YouTube can't have that at all. Example. There lived a certain man in Russia long ago. He was big and strong, and his eyes a flaming glow.
I think we just got taken off again.
Most people looked at him with terror and fear, but to Moscow chicks, he was such a lovely dear. Now, if it wasn't Rasputin, we're talking about another type of Putin, aren't we? If you think about it.
Putin.
Yeah,
yes,
rah. It's Putin.
Putin.
Yeah.
Putinsky. Putanska.
But yeah, apparently he could preach the
I
Bible like
more
a
than
preacher.
agree with you.
Yeah, he was full of ecstasy and fire. He was also the kind of teacher that women would desire. Oh yeah.
Yes. But not this Putin. This Putin like to go bare naked for the men to question his manhood, you know?
Yeah, rah
This
rah.
Putin, he's a little crazy guy.
He particularly likes things that aren't his. That was a terrible accent, but
This is historically proven to be correct, my good comrade.
so yeah, there you go. But yeah, maybe that's what that's all to do with. Now, as for Gypsy Woman, I've got no idea. I got no idea why they hate us playing that track whatsoever.
That a lot of these I really don't understand, to be honest, because it's not like we're making money off of it. And not only that, hey, demonetize the song. I don't even make a chance to monetize the show or anything like that. Yeah, sure, take your money, but ban us worldwide except in Maui Wowie or something like that.
It's bizarre.
And our good listeners in Guam have never left us. Through all these bans, only the people in Guam generally could get it. Why?
I mean, it reminds me of the blues song anyway, because you've got la da dee la dee da la da dee.
Yeah.
It just reminds me, I'm blue la dee da la da dee. Do you see what I mean? It's the same lyrics. But I can play that bloody shitstorm of a song, no problem at all. Shockingly enough.
Right. I'm sorry, we're better quality.
Although to be fair, it does read very much like a Shakespeare sonnet. To be honest with you, I think it works quite nicely. It's check this out for a second.
I have a blue dog in the yard.
No,
My
it's
car is blue. My kids are blue.
no,
Everything is blue.
yeah, that's not the sonnet I was thinking. I was thinking more of the winds are blowing every morning just to do her hair now because she cares, you all. Her day, wouldn't be right without her makeup. She's never had a makeup. She's just like you and me. But she's homeless. As she stands there singing for money. La da dee, la do da.
Yeah.
See, and do you know what? And I'm just going to write to Google now. They've got the. Sorry, these lyrics are wrong. In my sleep, I see her begging, reaching, police. Although her body's not mine, I ask now I do, now I do. I'm sure she says reaching, please. I don't think she says police. Have I got that totally wrong? Have I been mishearing these lyrics all this time?
You never know, because when they say them, it sounds always like something else.
Actually,
that's the fun thing of the music.
What's the Man Down Under track lyrics? Yeah, it's
Vegemite and Sandwich one. Or,
yeah, that one. That's the one. Yeah.
MTV.
Yeah, I for years.
Mine's for nothing, and her tits are free. Chips are for free.
I thought for years that he was saying. He just smiled and gave me a bit of my sandwich, and for years I've been going, that makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. What crappy lyric?
He gave him a Vegemite and Sandwich.
Now, if he'd have said Marmite,
that was the first lyric out of my face because I knew you had an issue with that. Them Aussies, they talk weird.
They do. They have Vegemite over there. We have Marmite over here. We have Marmite because we're a bit more like Marmite. That's what we have. But Vegemite.
Both horrific substances.
Oh man, no, you're kidding. We've got different levels in. I'll check this out. Okay, so in the UK, we've got the knockoff markets of Marmite. We have something called yeast extract. Now, here's the thing. You think
generic as the name will be, yes.
It's the same thing, or is it? Because there is a distinct flavour difference between Marmite and yeast extract. And of course, in Australia, they have Vegemite, which is something completely different again. Here's a funny story for you. You'll like this one. I went for a little tour once of a brewery, and we were walking around the brewery, and I was enjoying myself, and the guy said, once you take away and put the yeast into the beer and it goes through the whole process, you have a byproduct. Does anyone know what the byproduct is? And I said, Marmite. And he said, no, alcohol. And I felt a bit stupid for the rest of the day, to be honest with you. So I never went back.
That's a trick question, to be honest, because yes, you're right, and he's right also. It's what is the substance called? That's a byproduct. They're both byproducts of the process. Yes, I give that one to you, Mr. Joker.
Well, thank you so much for making me feel better about myself. So she could be.
That's what we do here on Kopimi Radio.
I mean, I see her begging, reaching police. Do you think she's reaching out to the police, or do you think she's reaching, saying please? Because I still think that sounds more plausible.
Reaching police would probably mean that the call went through.
I'll tell you what, though.
She's reached the police.
All joking aside, right? If you want to watch a travesty, right? Watch Crystal Waters actually doing the live version of this back in '94 and '95, I think it was, on the UK version of Top of the Pops, and she's obviously jacked up on something, and she's doing the most awkward kind of chicken dance while she's singing, as she stands there singing for money. It's bizarre.
That's when meth used to be for only the rich and famous.
There you go.
It always, it's like they were coming out of the cocaine phase and going into the exclusive meth phase.
Anyway, you heard it here first on Kopimi Radio, because we know about these sorts of things.
Yes, we do.
Coming up next, Can You Feel It? Which is a pirate copy and Left Wing, featuring Cody.
It was just so damn delicious. Just delicious. You know that was good, right? You know you gotta turn it. Just delicious. 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 That was just so delicious. Just delicious. Just delicious. That was just so delicious. Just delicious. Just couldn't feel my feet, but I knew they were still dancing right beneath my knees. Was a destiny to devour life like sweet and candy. By now it passed, and I was cruising up the highway. I felt the wind at last. I could succumb or do it my way. And as I feel the sea beneath my knees, my thoughts and conscience oceans deep. This trip to fall would be defeat, but I let the waves come over me till I couldn't breathe again. Till I could breathe again. It was just so delicious, man. So good. Just delicious. Just delicious. No, I gotta get some more of that, man. Just delicious. Just delicious. Just delicious.
You are listening to DJ Joker.
I can't relate it, man. It's just delicious. Oh, it's so good.
DJ Joker.
Delicious.
Yeah, Gorgon City, just delicious. Doing the dishes. It's malicious. Because it's delicious. Right, okay.
Yeah, one.
Oh dear. Let's have a look and see if I've even got anything that's got that track in we were just talking about. Let's have a quick look and see if there's anything in the library. I don't think there will be, but hey, I've been proven before.
You never know. Yes, yes. Amazingly.
I don't even know how that's a thing.
It's not a wild thing.
Yeah, I've got no idea. It's from 1988, but it's not that.
Why not?
How can I search wild thing, right? And everything else comes up, and there's not one word that is either wild or thing in the file that I have just searched. That's bizarre.
Interesting.
That's why you can't.
No.
That's why you can't trust anyone, which is why we're playing Mayan and a track called "Don't Trust Anyone."
Anyone. Wow. Professionally done.
I
Once
love
again.
it.
DJ Joker in the mix. Are you ready for music? Then you're ready for DJ Joker.
Has the bouquet of a cherry in summertime with squashed bugs and insecticide number 32.
Some malathion in the mix.
It burns the throat as it goes down. It must be the antifreeze, if I had to guess.
The sweetness of that green old antifreeze, yes.
Oh, dear. I played some music then.
Has been known to kill many animals in its day.
Yeah, but so, I played many tracks then, some at the same time. And then just at the moment, you have that moment of, just from above, oh, you should play this track. And you're like, okay, fine, I'll play this track. So, true story. So, we're looking for a track by T-Bone. Is it T-Bone, did you say?
Tone Lock.
Tone Lock.
Tone Lock.
T-Bone.
Wild thing.
T-Bone. Wild thing.
Yeah, all right, T-Bone, yeah.
Yeah, wow thing, which I also remember as well. And I thought, hey, maybe I've got it. So I literally typed into my search bar in the library and I put wild thing. The track that came up was neither wild or a thing. It was something completely different. And I thought, hey, who am I to argue?
Never argue with now something completely different.
If Bill Gates wants me to play that song and that's how he set up the algorithms, who am I to argue?
That's what exactly. The executive producer of the show.
So by Bastone and Rockefeller, notice no words wild or thing in any of those, a track called The Real Life, which I've always loved, to be honest with you.
Yes.
And as I'm there playing it, and I'm mixing in Don't Wait, the Max Chapman and George Smeagol's remix, I can hear Axel F playing with the track perfectly, and I'm thinking, I'm bound to have that, because, hey, I've got it.
Axel F.
I don't have the Crazy Frog version, okay? And so he dropped Axel F into the mix, and we were like, hey, this is going well. Let's get Git Moves, the original mix by Santane Sanson, in the mix, and we did that as well. That seemed to work. So it was like, right, we're moving now, so let's get Good Sense on by Claptone and Joan as Policewoman and Simeone. That's what it literally says as the artist, by the way. I didn't make any of those words up.
That's a good one, though, that you could,
Check this out. This takes Khaleesi's Milkshake song, and it's called The Boys Are Waiting, and it's by Ada.
The boys are waiting. Are you ready for music? Then you're ready for DJ Joker.
Hello, guys. Remember me? That's right, I'm DJ Joker. Sometimes I talk on the mic as well as do things over here. Look at me, I'm a DJ.
But you can actually do that.
I can actually do that, but I think it's funny
you have
sometimes.
those certificates that the government lets you do that.
I think it's funny though, because you can do a bit of this, and people go, "Wow, man, look, he's doing stuff." I'm not really. It's all.
We've seen stuff like that before, yeah.
There's nothing up my
Not on this
sleeves.
show, but on other shows, yeah, it's nothing up the sleeves.
Nothing up my sleeves. Sometimes we used to joke about this. You've got to make a mistake so people know that you are actually doing stuff. All right. So here we go. Ready, everyone? Here we go. There you go. Just to prove that these actually work. I know sometimes it looks like they're not.
Yes.
Look at this. Watch this.
Oh.
There you go. That's see. You all thought they were for show, didn't you? You thought that man has no idea. That's some kind of loop.
I highly doubt that, but okay, if that's what makes the conversation interesting. I highly doubt that people think that. They see you working and they can see when you scratch, they can actually hear it. And yes, that is the one, the only DJ Joker.
Exactly. A good shout out to UMG, who apparently are blocking content that they may own.
Yeah, we will find out differently soon enough, my good man. Well, I mean, I did get a warning from Zuckerberg about 20 minutes ago, but I guess, you know, we're still working on that end.
Did he message you personally? Did he go, "Hey, what's up, Laz?"
Yes, he did. Yeah, he's
Zook here.
Excuse me. Yeah, Zookie baby, as I like to call him.
In case you're wondering, it's a Chilean Merlot.
Very nice. Well, Chile is known for their good wines.
With its medium body and ripe fruit flavors.
Medium body. So you like a medium-bodied wine, huh, Mr. Joker? The truth comes out.
This red is a perfect match for pasta and chicken, which is a great shame because I had mashed potato. Store in a cool, dark.
Mashed potatoes and a marijuana sandwich.
Store in a cool, dark place. I have. It's next to my political views. To enjoy this wine at its best, drink within 2 years of purchase. Who buys a bottle of wine and it sits on the shelf for 2 years? Honestly, who are these people?
You're aging it. It's for the baby when she's old enough to drink.
Hey, that's true. I've got a bottle of whiskey on my shelf actually like that, which basically is I'll open up when a special occasion happens. I don't know what the special occasion is yet, but when it happens, I'll know.
You'll know it.
Yeah.
You'll know it. Damn straight you'll know it.
It's going to be a celebratory drink, that one.
And that would go with a celebration time?
Of course, yes. It'd be, and I'll put a bit of Kool in the Gang on. We'll be celebrating good times. It'll be awesome.
And we'll come together?
Maybe. I'll have to ask first.
Permission granted.
Thank you so much. Dear.
Me and the Queen, thank you.
So where are we? We are 19 minutes past 8 in the UK, which means it's 19 minutes past the hour wherever you are in the world, because...
Absolutely. Time works just like that.
That's right. That's how time works. We must work on that catchphrase a bit more, but yes. That's how time
that's the
works.
way it is, folks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick look over. I've just realised you're all looking at my hands, which is kind of a bit, you know...
being subconscious about your handiwork.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? Let's... I just wanted to show people that all of the bells and whistles do stuff in here, you know?
It's legitimate. It's legitimate because it sounds so, faultless that people have a hard time understanding, the expertise that goes into doing.
It's true.
What you do.
They think I just literally push some buttons and things happen. I was told that once millions of years ago.
They do correctly, but you got to set everything up to work like that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing that the people really don't get to visualize is everything is going on all at once, and he talks and makes jokes at the same time.
Don't forget about changing the camera angles.
This is again, yeah. Never forget changing the camera
and
angles.
posting a meme over here as well about Darth Vader.
Absolutely. Yes, I just saw that pop up on mine.
Specifically that meme.
Stealthily done, my good man.
Yeah.
Stealthily done.
Nobody would know. Well, they will.
No, they would.
Well, they will,
wouldn't.
because I'll tell them. But
Of course we will. Now the truth is out.
Jordan Brando and
see.
Encode is playing in the background right now, and now we're going to be playing Darius Sirasosian, and a track called Dancer, which I thought was one of the reindeer from Santa's sleigh, but I've been told
Santa's sleigh.
apparently there is no flying reindeer called Dancer.
Sure.
There's one called Dancer, one called Prancer.
Ants. Yes. One called Blitzen, Skitzen, and something else.
Blazer, Phaser,
Blazer.
Laser, and of course
Joker and Smoker, Midnight Joker. Yeah, all the reindeer. Yeah.
that was good. I like that. That was good. Yeah.
It works, why not?
Yeah.
You group that shit together, make it sound educational.
Throw it down.
We're talking about
know
Jeebus.
you know the score.
Jesus.
This all came about because Maz said earlier, isn't Easter the one where Jesus dies? And it's true, he does, but he's also
or is risen or one of those things.
on HBO. It's known as Zombie Jesus Day. That's where he rises from the dead after being injected with a special T-cell serum.
Oh wow! No magical radiological spider, I guess, was used in the.
Although
there's
the joke about the Last Supper, isn't it? And Jesus says, "Drink this wine, for this is my blood." And okay, drink these little crackers, for this is my body. Okay. Does anybody want mayonnaise? At this point, Judas says, "I'm going to fucking stop you there. There's some Romans outside."
Right. I also like that the Last Supper picture that you sent me today of the mafia and the Scarface, and that was like totally legitimate too. That was very, very funny.
I liked the one in the middle, which was the couple of jokers, and of course the guy from Fight Club was in there as well.
That was very, very well done. I like people that have imagination. It's always good.
I must see if I can find that. I'll throw it up into the Discord chat. You guys are representing, as always, by the way. Power to the people. We love you guys. It's really cool in there to see the Nazi restaurant as I'm talking right now. Wait.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming. Thank you. Get in. Yeah. I like to use that. When everyone uses the word Nazi, I like to use that joke because it's the only one I can say legitimately that I don't feel guilty about mentioning Nazis.
Godzilla approves. Godzilla approves.
Damn Skippy. Right, okay, we'll be back in a minute once I find this picture, and I'll pop that into the Discord chat, and say hello. We'll say hello back.
Absolutely.
Never letting our binds us stick. 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 Never letting our
There you go. Dancer and Prancer and Vixen and Blitzen. Laser and Phaser and other made-up names.
Always.
Here's a thought for you.
Made-up names are always the best.
Wouldn't it be fucked up?
Malone.
Wouldn't it be fucked up if all of the reindeer were named after the disciples of Jesus? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Judas, won't you?
That would be kind of
Won't
funny.
you betray my sleigh tonight?
And then we name him after Romans. Yeah, Caesar, Brutus.
Et tu, Brute?
Yeah.
Talking of Caesar, guess what I watched this week?
What did you watch this week, DJ Joker?
Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
Nice.
After
Oh yeah, you told me last week that you were on a run of
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes lately.
I watched the other one the other week, and it was like, oh, they were Caesar.
I felt the movement of the apes in the force. Believe it.
And there's a great line in there. It's did you know, Caesar, that every Caesar, every king must have his Brutus? Did you know that? That's for the psycho guy who wants to kill all monkeys.
The monkey.
I always love that film because actually, when you look at it, you go, the monkeys outnumber all of the humans by about 50 to 1, and there really should have been no battle at all. It should have just been hey, do you know what? Sod that. I'm not even going after them. They may have guns, but Jesus, they're monkeys with guns. Leave us alone.
Yeah. They shoot anything that moves, even each other.
Did you know, though, interesting talking point for you, did you know that the budget of that was less than all of the other films because they basically thought that they weren't ever going to make any more money out of it?
I remember reading something about that a long time ago, though, about they didn't believe in the movie and stuff like that.
Three vehicles and a couple of motorcycles turns up to basically take over the village, and one's a school bus, one's like an old, I don't know, Dodge something or other, and there's a Jeep.
Mad Max wannabe vehicles,
yes,
kind of thing.
Very much so, and a couple of guys on motorcycles.
They probably rented them from the Australian company that did Mad Max.
I think
that's all the budget was.
I read somewhere, or I watched a documentary about the making, and they said something along the lines of, I think one of those vehicles didn't actually work, and they actually tow it along. So in the scenes where you see this vehicle moving along on the screen like this, it's literally being pulled by another vehicle, or you know, the people who do things on movie sets. What are they called? You know, those people.
Slaves, yeah.
Slave.
Unpaid help.
Movie slaves.
Unpaid help.
Movie slaves.
Yes.
And so
the movie industry loves its slaves.
They're called Teamsters.
Good one. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
They're called Teamsters.
They're called Teamsters. Anyway, I happened to just watch it today. So you mentioned Caesar. That's why that thought went in there, and that's how that happened. And here we have a picture of Trump giving the good old Nazi salute. Thank you, Mr. Trump. I can't wait. Next year. Do you know what's going to happen? And here we go. Next, when's the elections for America? Is that another year or 2 years now?
Sometime in November. I don't know. I don't do that process.
Here's my.
I request nothing of the American government.
Here is my prediction for you all. Okay, if Biden is still in power at that point, Trump will come back in. I guarantee that is.
Really? You say Trump is going to take another run and stab at it?
I think the American people don't like the idea that they are weak. And the one thing that they have at the moment is weak leadership. You know, discuss amongst yourself, everyone. And so I believe that although they hated Trump and they hated the way he was, right, gas prices were at an all-time low. The country was actually doing all right economically. And yeah, he was a dick, but he was their dick, you know? And now they've got a guy that they realize.
I don't know about politics. I think it's all illegitimate. And if you think you vote for somebody, believe me, you haven't.
Well, he must have enough money now again to having a pop at it. You put enough money into the pot, isn't it?
From what I remember hearing and whatever little I gets to my dish, that he's in his own amount of legal troubles and stuff like that, to be honest. So I don't know. I don't think he'll get a second run at it. There are other people waiting for that, that could do just as little and be a better image. Let's put it like that.
I don't know. He can move. Look at him go. I watched
Yeah,
I watched a
okay.
thing the other day where they basically pieced all of these little dances together, and yeah, Jay, he enjoys a boogie. He likes to get down.
I don't know. That kind of like, I don't know. Playing the sax is one thing, but just like moving like you're making up for incontinence, that's another kind of thing. You know, I don't know.
I love the fact you're referencing the day the Earth stood still.
Yes.
There are some very young kids in here who won't have a clue what that is. Even the latest version, they'll still be going, "What?" Keanu
All
Reeves
they
did a
have to
version,
do is look
2008, I
up
think.
Paradu, Parada, Niktu. That's it. Yes, the famous last words of the human race.
I always liked the bit where he goes to meet the professor, and the woman's going, no, don't you write on that chalkboard, and then he simply writes something like 1 + 1 = 2, and then and the professor guy comes in and goes, oh my god, he solved it. He solved maths. All maths has been solved by one equation. Amazing, brilliant.
I forgot the name. There's like an equation that hasn't, a couple of equations that haven't been solved yet.
Oh,
but again, it's very
are we
funny,
talking
yeah.
the rings of Mobius and spherical data and all that kind of thing, where you can't have a starting point and an ending point because they can't both coexist at the same time?
Theoretically, yes, absolutely. I agree with that. And that makes math a whole lot harder, you know, on a running scale of, whoa, where
I
did
would
I
like to
start
quote
and
the,
where
I
am
would like to
going?
quote the film Lucy to you, and this is a mindfuck of a film when you get to the end anyway. 1 + 1 has never equaled 2. It's just something we've told ourselves to make things easy for us.
Absolutely. It does make things easy, but again, if you look at physics and numbers and all of that, 1 + 1 can never actually equal 2. It can't. It can't.
So there you go, kids. If you get the answer wrong, just say no. Quantum physics say no. It doesn't equal that at all. Go away.
Absolutely. Quantum physics will put a crimp in your style. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. They don't exist yet, but they should. Because, why? We did the math. You know, that's your reasoning for everything is math? Yes, it is. Okay.
Goddamn math.
Yeah, well, you know, that's the way it is. Better than voting in politics.
It's simple math.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, yeah, for some people that would be quite simple, but it's just like a mess on the board. It's not written very cleanly, to be honest. He's making it look worse than it is. Alpha and Omega all over the place.
I prefer this cover because it will give you an epileptic fit if you look at it for too long as well.
I like that. That's a good one. It was a very good movie, though.
Really good film. I don't, as people may know by now, I'm a bit of a movie person.
You've been known to engage in the flicker, too.
It's probably the only black and white DVD that I own because I have a real hatred of black and white films. But
what? Some of the black and whites are like, that's the statement. You know, I wish more people would actually go back to the. There's so many different kinds of black and white that you could do. It's better than color if you really think about it. Just like the grayscale is more colors than you have colors.
Well, I did watch the Quatermass experiment. Now that is in black and white, and I must admit I've been watching it over a few sittings. And you know, it's not everyone's cup of tea. And Quatermass is a bit of a dick in it, to be honest with you. It's not like Quatermass in the Pit, where he's a bit more of a human.
No.
Quatermass.
No,
However,
he's a dick. He's a dick.
However,
He's a
the
dick.
great thing with it being in black and white, they could get away with so much in special effects that they couldn't get away with in colour.
Absolutely.
If it was in colour, you'd go, that's polystyrene and it looks like a golf ball. But in black and white, you're like, oh, that's so real looking. It's brilliant.
The imagination can run with it.
Exactly. And of course, all these films, they do try to remake them. The Day the Earth Stood Still was remade with Keanu Reeves, of all people.
No, I like the original.
Yeah, but
way better.
They
the
both
amount
worked.
that the old films leave up to your imagination, and
Yes.
the amount of information that they're like spoon feeding you in the new ones.
Yeah.
It's not really. You can't equate that. You know.
Yeah.
Oh no, the special effects. I don't go to a sci-fi movie to necessarily look only at the special effects, because today
I was saying the
it's like a
exact
dime a
same
dozen.
thing. The exact same thing. There's something about the art of storytelling which is lost in between with all the CGI. It's like, this looks amazing. Yes, it does, but
And
the story
this
is
is
shit.
why, though, I'm kind of stunned that you're not really into the black and white genre of these movies. Tell me that you didn't see the original Day of the Triffids. I mean,
God, yeah.
That was like that's like
to
black
say,
white 101.
Yeah. So the thing is that, yeah, I've seen them and I respect them, and I went through a whole thing of watching them all. So I know they exist. But if you want to hold my attention, I'm gonna need to see some color. You know.
You're just a Marvel whore. That's all you are. You like the
true.
Marvel experience, and I hey, respect though. I respect your opinion that because again, you do follow the standards of You're more into the wowism factor, we could put it. You know, like not only the good story, but eye candy and stuff like
Well,
that.
you want it to look good, otherwise you can take something away from the story. Like I was saying, the Kopimistic film worked really well because I wasn't drawn away from it by really shitty effects. The effects in there were really good, actually. Model makers at the time, outstanding. By today's standards, we wouldn't do the things that they did then because we have CGI. That's the reality.
Well, this is again, you got to put a different standard of weights on the scale when you judge them, because believe it or not, they tried to do the most up to date kind
Absolutely.
of and that's why I give like a lot of respect to the Godzilla movies, because they were doing a lot of rubber suits for a lot of years, and they just got them better and better. And then the computers took over and put a rubber suit wearing Japanese dude out of a job, which is shameful, you know.
Absolutely. No, I totally agree with that. Anyway, whilst we've been having this deep conversation and releasing our chakras, we've just been playing Chakra by Espinoval and Nova, and this is Deep by Basil Darwish. That's a real name, honestly.
Nice.
I get deeper into this thing. The deeper I go, the more knowledge I know what to sing, what to bring. What? I get deeper into this thing. The deeper I go, the more knowledge I know what to sing, what to bring. What? I get deeper into the vibe. What? I get deep. I get deeper into this thing. The deeper I go, the more knowledge I know what to sing, what to bring. What? I get deep, I get deep, I get deep, I get deeper, deeper, deeper into the vibe. What? Chilling in the corner at the shelter all by myself, checking it out. I'm not dancing no more, but why? Why? I get deep, I get deep, I get deeper into this thing. The deeper I go, the more knowledge I know what to sing, what to bring. What? I get deep, I get deep, I get deep, I get deeper, deeper, deeper into the vibe. What? I get deep, I get deep, I get deep. I get deeper into this thing. The deeper I go, the more knowledge I know what to sing, what to bring. What? I get deep, I get deep, I get deep, I get deeper, deeper, deeper into the vibe.
listening to DJ Joker, and he's playing music.
Free your mind. Free your mind.
Sunday night session.
Free your mind. You're feeling cat.
So it was great to see the Psychic Gavin is out and about at the moment. You can get a Spirit Guide Portrait Maz plus a channeled What They Want You to Know at Present reading, all for $13.99, but it's only available for the first 5 people.
Is that our Gavin from the Dead People?
Gavin from the Dead People. He's into... the reason I came across him by mistake is that I thought he was a trance DJ because it says Psychic Gavin, physical and trance medium. I thought it was in between kind of the type of dance music he liked to listen to, and apparently
That's pretty funny.
that's not what
pretty
he's
funny
about
for
at all.
Getting him on your music suggestions.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun. Are they trying to tell you something, my good man?
It's like, apparently you're into trance, DJ Joker. Maybe you'd like to hear from this guy who's a trance medium. And like, okay, not quite the same thing, but okay.
Close enough, close enough. It was a pretty funny show that we did on that, though. That was very funny.
Absolutely. I just, every now and again, I get a couple of things come up on the line. And you go, hey, that's interesting. So
maybe we should try for an interview and come and join us, good sir, and we will make fun of you royally.
I can't afford $13.99, mate. I'm sorry, but no.
Yeah, right at $13.99 for a 2-hour session with Gavin.
I've got to say, I'm probably more skilled in what I do, and I don't get paid $13.99 for bugger all. So, no.
Really. So we want $25 for a 2-hour show with Gavin. Yeah. Proceeds to be sent to the one and only DJ Joker. Oh, I wish it worked like that. One of these days. Hey, man, I ain't dead yet.
I'll tell you what, though. Right? Right here, whichever one of us ends up going first, right? Contact Gavin. Okay.
Really? every Sunday.
Contact Gavin
1900 hours GMT for a free session.
Get him to channel one of us, and we'll know if it's us because we'll have a predetermined message that no one else will know, and then at least one of us can go, yes, there is life after death, and you can communicate. Yeah. And Gavin is a god amongst men. Or
really, Gavin would be well worth his paltry sum of $13.99. Absolutely.
Or fuck Gavin. Will be the end result of that.
Hit you on an SMS from the dark side.
I mean,
right?
to be fair, I mean, you did have a go once, didn't you, to see if you could get a cardiac arrest?
Absolutely. I tried to get a free deal, but they were like, you got to pay.
Yeah, you got to pay. So man said, fine, I won't die at the moment then. Thanks very much. My insurance doesn't cover it.
No. I can't afford it in my state. No, can't do that.
Oh dear. But yeah, we should definitely we should write a note now to each other. And then not to be opened Except after a reading has been done by Gav.
Yeah, the Houdini letter. That would be a good one. Yes.
Wouldn't that be
we
awesome?
Could do shtick like that.
It'd be
Yes,
okay.
it would. I think not only awesome, it would be totally fucking legitimate too.
We should write down 10 things like our favorite color, you know, what our bank balance is on at that point.
And how much do we inherit?
Yeah. And then we'll get Gav on our respective, you know, memorial show, because that's what we'll do. And then
Gavin would have to give the secret password to unlock the funds.
he'd have to give us all the information.
For the funeral costs. Yes.
Oh,
he
man.
would have to give us the number. Yeah, that would be pretty funny, actually. That's proof in action, right?
He wouldn't be able to do any of the. Oh, well, he might be with you. Yeah. Your friend's name begins with M. M.
What's the password? What's the password? What's the fucking password? Yeah.
Anyway, he may be totally legit, and he may strike us down with his powers. So just in case.
Well, I mean, I would think if he was legit, he would hear us like spoofing him, and you know, he would know that it was going on. So again, you know, hey, Gab, call us if you can hear us. You know, yeah, we're right here, right now.
Yeah, hang on.
I'll tell you what it'll be next year at this time.
I'll just give a special message to him. Just bear with me a sec.
Yes, always. Not only bear with, I'm going to listen too.
There you go. That was the message. All done. He'll be. I've given him my telephone number.
I had to lower the volume. That was so loud, bro.
He's got my number now, so he'll be able to ring me if he's legit.
You're lucky I don't have international calls, man. I got that number loud and clear. That was, you know, yeah, Gav, call us up, man.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, man. Oh, that alcohol makes me so funny. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so that was Faceblind by David Kino. We're 5 minutes to 9. We've got 5 minutes left. The next track is 8 and Wait. I don't know what we're waiting for, but Frederick and Kuss would know. Yeah, check this out for the next couple of minutes. We'll be back just before we disappear into a hole.
Sign off, yes. Shit, you been looking for me again?
Ain't no way. 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 Ain't no way.
Okay, so we're coming to the end of the evening, which means we'll be going shortly. And look, my glass is
And
empty.
we'll be back the same time, same channel next week. You have something to look forward to.
And even if you didn't enjoy tonight's show, well, you can come back and tell us what we did wrong. And
And you will next week, that's for sure.
yes. So yeah, it's been great having you guys on board. As always, the Discord crew, thank you so much for your memes and your
Yes.
humor. I use the term
Absolutely.
loosely, but you know, humor. Humor.
Listen, if you're laughing about something, yes, we'll give it the human quality. Yes.
So yeah, well done to you guys, and yeah, we do enjoy your company, and hey, we just do this for fun, and if you weren't there helping us along, this would be no fun at all.
Absolutely.
It'd be me and Maz talking
Absolutely.
about I don't know, sandwiches.
Stuff and things, and really, it would still be us talking over the music, I would think, to say.
Very true, very true. And on that note, so let's say good night, and we will catch you all again, as I said, next week.
Later.